Nykum back once again at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Forest Park 10-5, Southridge 8-9 this evening as we have a little different pregame show tonight. The Raiders and the Rangers. We take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the visiting Forest Park Rangers. They will start this way. Isaac Ubelor, 6'4", a senior. Drew Howard, 5'11", and a sophomore. Also in the lineup, Landon Nally, a 6-foot sophomore. Wade Leonard, a 6-foot junior, and Simon Jacob, a 6'3" junior. Rangers coached by David Welp in his second season, 25-15 his record. Phil Winkler, Aaron Berg, and Brian Partnheimer, his assistant coaches. Now for the homesteading Southridge Raiders, they will start this way in this revamped lineup. Caden Nykum, 5'11", of the sophomore. Caleb Wibbler, 6'1", of the junior. Sam Summersheim, a 6'2" junior as well. Austin Keck, I should say, 6 foot and a senior. Colson Montgomery, a 6'5" junior, will be once again out of the lineup this evening. And Garrett Vogel will be that fifth starter, 6'3", and a senior. Raiders, again, coached by Mark Rohr. Rohr in his second season here at the Ridge, 27-15, 121, and 73 in his 8th year. Jeff Tooley, Mike Hopkins, Chad Whitehead, and Brett Reisner, the freshman coach, the coaching staff for the Raiders. John, a little bit different tonight. They're using this main spotlight.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching the
1996
Chicago Bulls come out or something. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading the starting lineups. Next thing you know, the lights are going off, and you get in this building. You don't know if somebody hit something on the wall or you blow
if there's a malfunction, a fuse blew or something. You never know.
Getting high tech here, so looking forward to this one. Even though the Raiders are down 3 starters, but it's a county battle. It's a possible sectional matchup. So here we go.
Yeah, throw out the records. You never know what can happen when these two schools play. It's a rivalry game, and the fans are excited, and that the guys on both sides of the bench are excited as well.
Rangers break their huddle in their traveling green with gold and white. The Raiders in the homestanding white with red and black. Raiders go to the goal to our right away from their bench. Mike Beasley, Mike Carter, and Ryan Meese, the officiating crew tonight as we settle in. The Lone Raider game of the weekend. Forest Park travels to Washington tomorrow to take on the Hatchets. Jacob and Summerside to jump it up at the center stripe. And we are underway here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Drew Howard gets the basketball tapped to him, and he brings it across the timeline. Nykum picks him up, glides it right, dribble handoff to Isaac Ubelor across the back line from Jacob. Now back to Ubelor. Ubelor penetrates right elbow, spins in the lane, out to Nally. Now Howard. Howard looks to penetrate, kicks it baseline. Ubelor back out to Howard. Howard rocker step, doesn't trigger, brings it back out near the timeline for the Rangers. Goes out to Wade Leonard, guarded by Wibbler. Nally down the lane, takes it up in traffic, no good. Rebound Leonard, it's loose on the floor, scramble for it, pulled out of there by the Raiders. Now we've got a jump ball, the arrow in the Raider direction.
Nice hustle by Austin Keck there. He drove for that loose ball, tied it up, gives Southridge the possession. Gotta love seeing your guys dive on the floor like that if you're Southridge.
So Caden Nykum will throw it in, and as expected, the Rangers must have watched the Heritage Hills tape. They pressure a little bit, now retreat back as Vogel will bring it up. Leaves it up for Nykum. Nykum across the timeline against Leonard. High post to Summersheim. Vogel cuts off him. Vogel on the high right. Comes off a screen, goes low side towards the baseline. Now drives it inside, kicks it in the corner to Wibbler. He fumbled it, got it back, out to Nykum. Nykum into traffic, puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebound Howard of the Rangers. Forest Park's first possession of the game. Howard across the timeline, barrels into the lane with a big jump stop, puts it up. He got mauled. He'll be at the line to shoot it twice.
I think they're going to get Nykum in the foul. Nope, I'm sorry, it's Keck. His first, team first.
Oh, Keck gets the foul. His first puts Forest Park at the free throw line here with 6:45 to go here as Howard will step up to the free throw line. Free throw is on the way. Clanks off the front of the rim, no good. Howard will have another free throw. No score, 6:45 to go first quarter. Another charity toss is in the air. This one splashes home, and the Rangers lead 1-0 on the Judd Collett FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard. Nykum will drive it across the 10-second line for the Raiders. Forest Park in that man-to-man. High post, Summerside. Back of the basket at the right elbow. Tries to go into the lane, and he walks with it.
Yeah, trying to do a little too much in that high post. Just wasn't comfortable. Didn't have his feet set, and first over for the Raiders.
Without Montgomery in the second half against North Posey, things were a little choppy, and they had to hold on. So it looks like that's a carryover here. Although they had all week to work on it, they'll be trying to get some offense going. Howard with it. Comes off a high screen. Looks to drive right of the lane. Nearly had it stripped away. Simon Jacob picked it up. He takes it to the top of the key. He looks to work against Vogel. Spins in the lane. He got bottled up. Tries to get it in the corner. And a whistle and a hold on Southridge. Initially there, they played pretty good defense.
Thought they were going to get the steal, but they called a foul on Southridge. It's going to be on number 12. It's going to be Summerside, his first, team second.
It's one thing the Raiders can't do is get a bunch of guys in foul trouble.
Bench, you do not want foul trouble tonight.
Rangers baseline out of bounds. They lob it out top to Ubelor. Ubelor dives into the lane, kicks it back out to Jacob. Jacob bottled up. Nally dives inside her. Wade Leonard, he puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped around. Forest Park pulled it out of there. Nally, free throw line jumper around the rim and in.
First basket of the night. It's 3-0. Forest Park, 5:50 left in the first.
3-0 as Garrett Vogel will bring it across the 10-second line for the Raiders. He penetrates. He goes to the basket. Tries to use his off arm. Throws up a jumper. Clanks off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Isaac Ubelor. He tries to go coast to coast. His pull-up jumper is good. Isaac Ubelor gets on the board, and it's 5-0. Rangers on top here. Raiders got to find a way to get the basketball into the hoop here.
It's got to be patient, run the offense, Kurt.
Summerside out deep to Vogel, left side high. Vogel out to Keck, right side to Nykem. Nykem with it on the hold. Raiders run a couple of guys through the lane. Baseline. Vogel takes it up in traffic. No good. Ball tipped around. Summerside ran it down for the Raiders on the offensive rebound. Out to Keck. Keck into the lane. Leaves it off for Sam. Puts it up and scores.
Real nice unselfish pass by Keck to Summerside for 2 points.
Raiders try to get back defensively. Isaac Ubelor pulls up right wing, no good. Rebound AK for the Raiders. 5-2 on the Judd Collett FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard as Southridge will bring it up down 5-2. Vogel tries to throw it on the wing, ball picked off. Rangers the other way. Howard got hammered as he tried to take it in for the layup. One thing there, they didn't give him the easy layup. They're going to make him earn it at the line. That's on Garrett Vogel.
His first, team third for the Raiders.
David Welp already going to his bench. 6'6" Blake Hagedorn will check in. Also into the game will be Logan Englert and also Cooper Ebelhair. We got a full time out on the floor. 4:36 to go here in the first quarter. 5-2 Rangers will step aside, and we'll have more after this. Back at Huntingburg Memorial Gym, Rangers on top 5-2. 4:36 to go first quarter as Drew Howard will be at the line to shoot two. Garrett Vogel picked up the foul before the timeout. Jaden Culberson will check in. Howard shoots the free throw, misses the first one.
Forest Park 1 for 3 from the line tonight already.
Culberson comes in for Wibbler here. Again, Logan Englert will come in for the shooter, providing that Howard hits the second of the free throws. And he does. It's 6-2. Englert comes in for Howard. So Englert, Isaac Ubelor, Cooper Ebelhair, Wade Leonard on the floor, and again, Blake Hagedorn. So Raiders, 6-2 here. Down. Nykem walks it across the timeline again. Raiders without Colson Montgomery tonight. Also Carter Whitehead, and before that, Camden Gasser. Vogel with it, right side high to Keck, outside of the arc. Ball above his head, looks to spin around. Goes into the right corner to Summerside, leaves it into the post to Nykem. Back out to Keck. Keck drives right baseline, kicks across lane. Rangers read it, and Isaac Ubelor picks it off for Forest Park. Ubelor down the right side for Forest Park. Now he'll center it up out near the timeline. Rangers up 6-2. He comes off a screen, tries to turn the corner right side, flips it out to Ebelhair. He dives into the lane with a floater, and he hit it. Cooper Ebelhair.
8-2 Rangers, 3:47 left in the first.
Ebelhair will give him some offense off the bench, but that time he went diving into the lane. It's 8-2. Keck with it on the high right. Keck out to Nykem, top of the point. Raiders again searching for offense. Summerside with the ball. Summersheim drives inside, puts it up in traffic. Once again, got the roll.
Real nice take by Sam.
8-4 Rangers. 3:22 to go first quarter. Forest Park with the basketball. Right side, Ebelhair. Cooper with the ball. Again, some Rangers cut through the lane. Ebelhair guarded by Keck. Keck with it. Out to Ubelor. Isaac with it. Now to Englert. Englert at the top of the point. Looks to work. Goes out deep into the corner. Isaac Ubelor. Hagedorn whips it back out top. Cooper Ebelhair. Now to Logan Englert. Englert with the ball. Rangers up 8-4. Into the corner to Isaac. Howard to come back in at the next stoppage along with Nally and Simon Jacob. Rangers dump it inside to Hagedorn. Had it stripped away. Nice play by Vogel. And the Raiders have it. Down 8-4. Pass ahead. Nice look. Summersheim right block. Took it up and got fouled.
Nice pass by Garrett. He read Sam wide open. Got him underneath the basket. Got fouled. He'll be at the line for 2.
So the Rangers get beat down the floor, and it's Isaac Ubelor on the foul for the Rangers. His first, team's first.
Kind of like the hustle by Sam there to get open down the floor. Credit Garrett for finding him.
Summersheim at the line for 2. First one no good. Summersheim with all 4 of the Raider points. Jacob back in. Nally in as well. So Jacob, Howard, Nally, Ebelhair, and Hagedorn. At the line, Summersheim another free throw. This one is good. Sam 1 out of 2, and it's 8-5 Rangers. Howard across the timeline for Forest Park. Backs it out. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter on the Judd Collett FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard. Raiders little zone look here, John. Tipped away by Keck in the passing lane.
Nice hustle by AK. Got in the passing lane, tipped it out. Makes Forest Park work for it here.
So, Rangers bring it in the corner. They get it out top to Howard. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Howard drifts it right. Pitches out to Ebelhair. Ebelhair to Howard. Shot fake. Tries to get in the lane. Out to Cooper Ebelhair. Fires a 3. This one rolls off. No good. Rebound run down by Keck. And the Raiders have it down 8-5. Up the right side, Garrett Wayne. He's going to try to go all the way to the basket. Nice leave inside for Summersheim. Lays it up and in.
Real nice pass by Garrett. Sam's got all 7 points for Southridge tonight. They're trying to make a little bit of a comeback here. 8-7 Forest Park. 1:59 left in the first.
It's a 30 brought to you by PLA Construction and Design. Any kind of construction project that you may have, call the good folks at PLA Construction and Design. Call at 812-683-4600 or stop by and see them on Highway 64 West right across from the Huntingburg Country Club.
It's going to be a game of runs. You know, Southridge is going to have to sustain, Forest Park runs and go in a couple of their own and just kind of trade punches going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's a different deal without all your players, and the Rangers are just trying to stem the tide here in the next couple of weeks. They go to Gibson Southern Thursday and welcome in Jeffersonville next Saturday afternoon, which is, again, an afternoon game because of the girls' basketball sectional. Rangers drop it in. They'll have subs at the next stoppage. 1:57 to go here in the first quarter. Howard with it for Forest Park. Goes out to Simon Jacob. Jacob back to Howard. Left side. A really good three-point shooter. They close out on him. They flare it out to Jacob. Jacob drives baseline. Gets cut off nicely. Out top. They swing it to Howard. He barrels into the lane. Takes it up and scores.
Nice take by Drew Howard.
Drew Howard.
10-7 Rangers.
Has 4. 1:31 to go here in the first quarter. Once again, Vogel out top to Culbertson at the right hash mark. Here in his face. Culbertson flips it out to Nykum. Nykum with the basketball. Nykum bounces into the post to Summersheim. Summersheim baseline, tries to go up and under. Cross lane to Keck. He goes inside to Sam, leaves it at his feet. Ball loose on the floor. Vogel and Nally dive for it. Picked out of there by the Raiders. Vogel gets it for some way, and he goes up for the dunk and misses it as everybody was scrambling after that basketball, and Vogel pulled out of there and went for the bucket.
Credit the hustle by Garrett. He's going to draw the foul. It's on Landon Nally, his first, the team first. Garrett will be at the lane shooting 2 for Southridge.
So the Raiders down 10-7 here. 1:04 to go first quarter. Vogel will fire the free throw. It's in the air, and it's good. Back in Wade Leonard and also Isaac Ubelor.
looks like Forest Park's going to try to wear Southridge down, subbing. Know they have a short bench and keep their guys fresh.
Yeah, they go a lot of players deep here, especially in the first half. Vogel, second free throw, no good. Rebound inside. Summersheim had it stripped away, and the Rangers come out of there with it. Rangers up 10-8. Isaac Ubler on the high right. Flips it outside. They reverse the ball to Simon. Jacob on the left side deep. Jacob goes out to Howard. Now backs it out behind the volleyball line. Leaves it off on the bounce to Leonard. Now Simon Jacob looks to work. Raiders in that zone trying to cut that middle off. Out to Howard, left side, high. Culberson goes out to match up with him. Now Leonard. Howard with it. Squeezes off a three. No good. Rebound inside by Sam Summersheim, and the Raiders have it. Just 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Raiders down 10-8.
Imagine we'll hold for the last shot here.
Forest
Find
Park.
something we like.
Forest Park's got the arrow to begin the second quarter. Vogel with it. Put the ball out front for the Raiders. They spread the floor. Mark Rohr shouts instruction. Vogel on a clear out. Gets tripped going through the lane and a whistle and a travel.
So, yeah, he gets tripped. They call a travel on Garrett. Probably should have been a foul call on Forest Park.
That was a tough one.
It was.
6 seconds to go. Rangers bring it up. Howard across the 10-second line. They got to shut him off. Now he lost control of the ball. Loose on the floor. Jacob picks it up. He's up a three toward the horn. No good. A quarter in the books. Forest Park 10. Raiders 8 on the Judd Cowlett FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard. Take a timeout. We'll have more after this. Welcome back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. 10-8 Raiders down here after one quarter as the Raiders break their huddle with Nykum, Culberson, Vogel, Keck, and Summersheim. Rangers with Jacob, Nally, Ubelor, Leonard, and Howard.
Credit the Southridge defense there. They held Forest Park 4 for 9 shooting from the floor in the first quarter.
Rangers get it to start the second quarter. Leonard, right side to Jacob. Jacob with the ball above his head into the corner. Leonard thought about the three. Keck goes out on him in that zone. It go in the post. Ball nearly knocked away. It's out of bounds.
Nice hustle by Sam Summersheim. Knocks it away.
Yep.
Knocks away and makes them uncomfortable.
David Welp wants some more movement out of his team as Howard will pitch it in. End zone out of bounds. Howard with it. Looks. Ball dive inside to Simon Jacob. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Garrett Vogel, and the Raiders have it. Down 10-8. Vogel, the quasi-point guard without the two starting guards in there, but he can go right to the basket, and that's what makes him so dangerous as he barrels down the lane, gets cut off. Nice back cut to Culberson. Inside to Summersheim. He made a nice catch, put up, scored and won.
Nice.
I don't know how he caught that.
Nice ball movement. Culberson to Summersheim, yeah. Tough pass by Jaden, but Sam catches it, puts it in.
Yeah, it was a good idea by Culberson, but it was, at the end it wasn't a good pass, but again, Summersheim with some good hands. And he hauls it in, and the Raiders can take a lead here. It's 10-10. Summersheim with the and one free throw. No good. Rebound Rangers. Southridge just retreated back. 7:19 to go here in the second quarter. Drew Howard with it. Goes right side deep to Leonard. Leonard with the ball above his head. Short corner to Nally right side. Nally with it. Nearly fell down. Goes out to Isaac Ubelor. Rangers and Raiders tied at 10. Right side, Leonard. Leonard with the basketball. Ubelor looks left, goes right. Wade Leonard with it. Out to Drew Howard. Now Leonard trying to work against that zone. Leonard goes inside. Wild shot, no good. Good rebounding position by Vogel. And the Raiders have it in a 10-10 game. Vogel quickly across the timeline. Tries to go right of the lane. All the way to the basket. Lays it up and in.
Real nice take by Garrett Vogel. Strong to the hole. Forced person to call a timeout.
It is a 30-second timeout. Raiders lead 12-10 on the Judd Cowlett FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard. The baseball team going to receive their rings at halftime of the varsity game, the runner-up rings. So that'll be good.
Yeah, those guys work hard. A lot back this year. Hopefully they can have the same success, if not more.
Yeah, that'll be good at the half. So Southridge trying to get inside a little bit against that Ranger defense in transition. Like I said, Vogel just takes off, and he's to the basket a lot.
Like you said, he's tough to guard. He can take it to the rim at any time.
Raiders with that zone is also working too.
It's helped tremendously.
Raiders with the defense here. Leonard goes out to Jacob. Jacob, jump pass out to Leonard. Leonard into the corner. Isaac Ubelor pitches back to Howard. Howard, Ubelor on the right side high. Looks inside. 6:14 to go here in the second quarter. Out to Leonard. Now pitches to Howard. He takes it out near the timeline. Drew Howard with the basketball. Howard to Jacob. Jacob left side deep with it. Inside to Ubelor. Shot fake. Maneuvers inside into the corner to Howard. They quickly jump out on him. He brings it out on the high left wing across the back line to Wade Leonard. Leonard to Jacob. 5:49 to go in the half. Jacob with it. Jump stop. Out to Howard. Howard looks to penetrate. Again, he gets cut off by Culberson as part of that matchup. Now Simon Jacob. Rangers very stagnant against his defense. They want to shoot, but they're not finding any good opportunities. Howard with it in the right corner. They quickly jump out on him. He's a good three-point shooter. Now Vogel in the passing lane nearly knocks it away. Rangers get the pass up the floor to Nally. Nally one bounce. Rangers nearly had the steal and a dunk on the other end. Leonard goes out to Howard.
Southridge fans like this defense that they're seeing.
Leonard now to Ubelor with it. Isaac back out on top. Jacob. Wade Leonard into the corner. Back out to Jacob. Jacob with it. Raiders on top 12-10. Rangers being very patient. Leonard in the lane. Wild shot. Had it blocked by Summersheim, and the Raiders have it. Vogel quickly up the floor for Southridge. Vogel has it with 4:59 to go in the half. Vogel, big jump stop in the lane. Off the glass, no. Got his own reload, no. Summersheim pulled it out of there. He put it up, no. Rebounded by the Rangers. And Vogel got a touch foul trying to pressure the ball.
Yeah,
78 feet away from the basket.
Silly foul by Garrett. He has to be smarter than that. We can't afford those with a short bench. It's going to be the second foul on Garrett. Vogel teams fourth with 4:40 left in the second quarter.
And, John, you're exactly right. That's the situation where he's making this game go for the Raiders with his penetration. So Forest Park down 12-10 with the ball. They work it around the outside. Whistle and a travel as Ebelhair looked left, tried to go right and shuffle the feet. David Welp's not been happy with his offense. Again, they've had trouble looking how they're going to attack that zone.
They kind of look like they've never seen a zone before. So credit the Southridge defense on that, making them work for it.
Nykum goes to Vogel, the Keck, baseline Sam. Summersheim with it, looks around, skips it out top to Nykum. Nykum, left elbow with it. Hagedorn, their big man's going to come back into the game at the next stoppage. Nykum picks up the dribble way out top, gives it to Culberson with 4:06 to go here in the first half. Vogel with it out near the timeline. He may try to drive it. Vogel comes off a screen from Keck, tries to get downhill, goes into the lane, all the way to the right elbow, goes back out to Nykum. Nykum with it into the corner to Culberson. Culberson with it, out top to Nykum. Nykum with the basketball, looks to penetrate, goes into the lane, tries to leave it inside his Summerside and letting too much.
That's the fifth Southridge turnover in this first quarter. We can't have those with a short bench either.
Blake Hagedorn comes in for the Rangers. Southridge leads 12-10 with 3:40 to go here in the second quarter.
A whole 2 points scored in this quarter thus far.
Yeah, it may turn into a rock fight.
If you like defense, it's your ball game tonight, that's for sure.
Well, both these teams, especially Southridge, without key cogs, and that'll make the offense choppy.
Yes.
Ebelhair brings it back out to Howard. Howard with it against that Raiders zone. Out deep to Howard, into the corner to Hagedorn. Hagedorn pitches it out top in the middle to Ubelor. Out to Simon Jacob. Jacob with the basketball, looks to penetrate. Into the corner to Howard, brings it out on the high left wing. Out to Cooper. Ebelhair now goes to Drew Howard. Howard with the basketball, looks to come off a screen. Goes to the elbow, now proceeds to kick it opposite out to Jacob. Three in the air, missed it way short. Raiders, Culberson pulls down the rebound. Here comes Vogel across the timeline. Garrett with it, now backs it out on the high right wing with 2:44 to play here in the first half. Vogel to Culberson. Culberson on the right side looks to get it back to someone. Does so to Vogel. Mark Rohr shouts instructions. Vogel, a clear out, right side, goes baseline, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound Rangers. Raiders try to sprint back. Here comes Ebelhair. Jumps it out to Howard. 3 in the air, no good. Rebound tipped, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Garrett on the other end kind of took a weird shot. It looked like he got to the basket.
He got to the rim and just kind of put it up, and it didn't look the prettiest either.
So Wibbler back in for the Raiders. 12-10, Raiders on top. He whistled a foul on the Rangers. Raiders will bring it in. Only the third team foul. Ebelhair guarding the post, ball knocked away inside, and the Raiders will regain possession.
Looks like AK trying to feed Wibbler there. Nykum went down for Southridge in the baseline.
Nykum looks, ball dive to Vogel, kicked it out of bounds back to the Rangers. Wow. Mark Rohr said he hit him on the arm.
Looks like it went off of Forest Park. They're going to call it out on Southridge, Forest Park ball.
Culberson comes back in. This is that defense to offense with Culberson and Wibbler that worked so good down in Poseyville when the Raiders hung on without Colson in the second half. Howard will bring it up for the Rangers. 2:07 to go here in the first half. Howard penetrates, kicks it into the corner, gets it back. I think the Raider their game plan tonight, muck this thing up.
Yeah, just make it ugly, make it tough for Forest Park, whatever you can do.
Leonard with it on the right side. He fumbled it, ball nearly knocked away. It's loose on the floor. Culberson scrapping, jump ball, and the arrow in the Raider direction.
Credit Jaden Culberson there for that. He dives on the floor, gets the loose ball, gets the jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Southridge.
Wibbler will again come back in. Raiders on offense. Also Simon Jacob coming in. Also back in will be Landon Nally for Forest Park. Like David Welp's going to match up here, try to pressure the ball here against Southridge. Nykum to inbound right in front of the scores table. Nykum with it, looks around, needs to get it in. Throws it into Wibbler. He protects the basketball. Wibbler leaves it to Nykum. Nykum back cutting inside to Keck. Went through his legs and out of bounds. Back to Forest Park. Raiders have thrown a lot of balls at people's feet
bad
tonight.
Passes, balls that passes at people's feet. 6 turnovers. We've got to clean those up, guys.
Yeah, it's been a situation. Again, this offense has been out of whack for a long time.
Will not come easy, but still you got to quit making mistakes.
Yeah, bad passes are bad passes. You're exactly right. Right side to Ebelhair. Ebelhair pitches it back out to Drew Howard. Howard with the ball here with 1:27 to go in the first half. 12-10. Raiders own a 2-point advantage. Ebelhair looks into the post, now kicks it back. Now Howard on the deep left side. Howard out to Leonard. Leonard dives into the paint, leaves it off inside, put up by Jacob, and we're tied. Jacob's first two, 12-12, 1:05 to go here in the first half. Low scoring action here. Vogel with the ball for Southridge. Vogel got hammered out front for the Rangers' 4th team foul as Leonard was right in his grill. Again, he was trying to guard against that blow-by.
And it's going to be the first on Leonard, team 4th. Wibbler's going to replace Culberson, defense for offense now with 56 seconds left in the second quarter.
So Vogel to inbound. Right in front of us here at the scores table. Leaves it off for Caden Nykum. Under a minute to play first half. Nykum with the ball for Southridge. Leaves it out for Vogel. Vogel's with it. Takes it on the right side. Tries to leave it inside. Does so to Summerside. Missed the layup. Rebounded Rangers. Tied at 12. Here comes Howard with 40 seconds to go. Out front. Simon Jacob thought about the three. Goes to the elbow. Big jump stop in the lane. Puts it up. A collision. Rebounded by Keck out of there for Southridge. Keck got it. Ripped it away. The Raiders holding for one here. Vogel out top against Leonard. Vogel looks to work across the back line to Nykum. Nykum has it out front. Looks around, puts it on the floor. Ranger fans wanted a 5 count. Summersheim gets it at the left elbow with 5 seconds. Out to Vogel with 3. Vogel looks to drive, pulls up, volleyball line. 3, not even close. Well, in a classic rock fight, 12-12, Rangers and the Raiders. And we talked about it earlier. Southridge just trying to mess this thing up as we're tied at the intermission at 12. Thanks, Bobby. So 12-12 here at the break. We'll take a timeout here. We'll come back. We'll have more basketball after this. Kurt Guxel, John Schneider back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Raiders and Rangers tied at 12 again. A couple of good defenses going at it. Both coaches, I'm sure, trying to get some offense rolling here in the second half. Rangers will have the basketball. They'll attack the goal to our left, away from the Raider bench toward their bench, as Leonard will throw it in, drop it into Drew Howard, and we are off and running here in the second half, tied at 12. Howard brings it into the backcourt with a right-handed dribble. Out to Leonard. They skip it in the corner to Jacob. He drives hard right baseline, puts it up in traffic, no good. Ball volleyballed around on the board, picked out of there by several players. A jump ball called, and the arrow will go in the direction after they separate some players.
Little skirmish almost. AK likes to show his emotions sometimes, and you gotta like the fire and passion he brings.
Yeah, that time 3 Raiders had hands on it. Rangers had a couple of guys in there. Now Forest Park going to pick things up defensively on the full court. Nykum with it. Tries to get it in. Throws it up the sideline to Culberson, getting the second half start. Vogel out the left side to Nykum. Shovels it ahead. Baseline to Culberson. Gets it back to Keck. Left side jumper from the elbow is good for Keck. And the Raiders take a 14-12 lead. Rangers quickly the other way. Ball knocked away by Culberson. Raiders have it. Culberson ahead to Vogel. He goes in right block. Nykum right block. Puts it up no good. Ball tipped out. Rangers run it down. Quickly. Ubalor into the lane. Whistle and a charge. Culberson took a charge.
Culberson with the hustle.
Yeah, he was away from the ball. Once the passer threw the ball to the baseline, he was there to take the charge.
Yeah, he was. Mark Rohr loves that. It's the hustle that he's bringing right now.
Culberson had a nice game defensively down at North Posey in a substitute role. Rangers again pressing. Raiders try to break it. Vogel bounces ahead to Keck with a bad pass. Keck pulled it out of there. Deep left to Nykum. Tees up a 3. Short off the rim, no good. Rebound Rangers. Culberson knocked it away. He's on the floor and called the timeout. Nope, they're going to call a jump ball first. Mark Rohr wanted the timeout. The Rangers will get the possession. Raider fans don't like it.
Raider fans don't like that. He should be given the timeout.
But
you gotta like the hustle by Jaden Culberson.
Culberson was outstanding.
Awesome. Winning plays if you're Southridge. Well, you need to win this game.
Boy, both teams, though, even with the lack of offense, are really kind of picking it up intensity-wise here in the second half. Rangers with it. Simon Jacob left to the top of the key, fans it back out to Leonard. Leonard, top of the circle. Howard, shot fake, doesn't trigger. Raiders on top, 14-12 in the short corner to Ubalor. Out to Jacob, 3 in the air straight away. Good.
Simon Jacob drills the 3, his first 3 of the game. He's got 5 on the night.
15-14, Rangers back on top. Sermersheim centers the ball to Keck against the press. Keck scoops it in the lane. Runner is good.
Coast to coast, AK.
Mark Rohr wants a 30 right away. 16-15, Raiders on top on the Judd Cowd FC Tucker Emge Realtor scoreboard. So 16-15 after we were 12-10 at the break. So you math people out there, yeah, it's an offensive explosion. So Mark Rohr got the bucket. Raiders doing a nice job against that pressure. They're throwing the ball to the middle and then fanning it out from there, and Keck got the scoop, a little runner in the lane.
Nobody picked him up. He just took it in the lane, and guy didn't get on him until he was going up for the layup. It falls in.
16-15, Raiders by 1. Again, Forest Park, they had a tough double weekend last week. They played at Jasper, then went to Tecumseh, dropped both. They've got the emotional game tonight, then go to Washington, and we know how good Gene Miller's team is playing this season, as always, and that one's on the road as well. So the Rangers drop it in, trailing 16-15. Howard walks it right down the middle here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Goes to the right side out to Leonard. Leonard goes left side high to Jacob. Into the post and alley. He forces it up and scores.
His second field goal of the game. He's got 4.
So again, the Raiders facing pressure. Rangers up 17-16. Nykum gets it to AK. Keck with it. Goes baseline. Nice cross-court pass to Culberson. Brings it back out. Culberson with it to Nykum. Barely got it through there. Nykum had the ball kicked, and it's back to the Raiders. Into the game, Cooper Ebelhair.
Wibbler will replace Culberson for Southridge.
So Wibbler in, also Cooper Ebelhair in for the Rangers, and they go to Keck here. to the Raiders on the inbound play. Across the back line to Vogel. 5:48 to go in the third. Vogel comes off the low side of a screen, goes baseline, gets cut off. Inside to Summersheim, puts it up, missed it. Rebound Rangers. Rangers pitch ahead. Forest Park with it. Howard into the lane, all the way to the basket, lays it up and in.
Nice take by Drew Howard.
Howard's got 6. As the Raiders bring it back up, 17-16 Rangers. On the backside of the pass, backside of the bucket, Wibbler got it blocked away. Rangers quickly up the floor. Ebelhair threw up a wild shot, and the Raiders throw it away underneath their basket, put up by Howard. They try to throw a pass underneath the opposing basket. Now the board has 21-16. Rangers picking the pass pace up, and the Raiders throw it away against the press. They have been horrible. It gets this press. Now the Rangers throw it away as well. They're trying to create more havoc, and once again the Raiders threw it right under the Ranger basket. This time the ball was knocked away.
You got to be smarter than that if you're Southridge. Get it up the floor.
This fast pace has helped the Rangers get
It's not what Southridge needs if they're going to compete in this game.
21-16, the lead 5, and it's been because of this press. Not that the Raiders have not broken it, but it's just on the back end missing shots. And that's part of the byproduct of the press, too. It's not always to steal the ball, although they've done some of that, too. Vogel picks up the ball out near the timeline, shovels it off to Nykem. Raiders down 21-16. Culberson on the high right with the ball. Culberson drives it in the paint, kicks it to the wing. Jumper by Summersheim up and good from inside the line from about 17. And he's got 11. It's 21-18 Raiders. Rangers on the other end. Ebelhair with it, skips it deep left to Jacob. Jacob on the hole, dribbles with the right hand, skips it out to Howard. Howard behind the three-point line, right side. They go deep left to Simon Jacob. Against that Raider zone, another skip pass. This one nearly picked off by Keck. Tipped it to Howard. Rangers try to throw it in the middle of the lane. Ball picked off by Vogel. He picks it up. He goes right side and slams it home.
Thunderous dunk by Garrett. Gets this crowd on his feet.
Vogel gets the dunk. 21-20. Raiders back within a penny. Rangers back the other way. They flip it out the way. Leonard, he reverses the ball to Jacob. Step behind the three-point line. He marches into the lane, puts it up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound volleyballed around inside. It's tipped out of bounds back to the Rangers.
A little bit of a minute run by Southridge. They cut the lead to 21-20 with 3:44 left.
Rangers with a baseline out-of-bounds play underneath their basket. Drew Howard will throw it in. He likes to come off and get the ball back on out-of-bounds plays. Leonard goes out to Ebelhair. Now to Leonard. Leonard, one bounce to Howard on the high right side. Raiders down 21-20 with 3:33 to go here in the third quarter. Huntingburg Memorial Gym here tonight on homecoming. Rangers with it out deep. Leonard, Jacob, left side high to Howard. Howard tries to feed the post ball, batted around inside, out of bounds, back to the Raiders. Southridge can take the lead here with some offense.
Southridge forces the third Forest Park turnover in the third quarter, so credit the defense for mudding it up against Forest Park.
Keck tries to get it in, and Vogel was held.
Yeah, they're going to get Isaac Ubler with that, I think. Yeah, it's going to be on Isaac, his second, the team second in the half.
Back in Simon Jacob for the Rangers.
Correction, that's 3 on Isaac Ubler for Forest Park, so a little bit of foul trouble for them as this third quarter continues.
They get it into AK, up the floor to Vogel. Vogel into the lane, nice leave inside for Summersheim, lays it up and in.
Real nice
and
pass.
Raiders
Vogel to Sam.
Up now, 22-21. They're making him pay on the backside of that press. Jacob tees up a 3 left wing. This one's no good. Rebound Landon Nally. He put it up, got it, and won. One of the smallest players on the court, Nally.
Yeah, credit his hustle there.
Got it. Nally gets his.
Foul's going to be on Austin Keck, his second, team first in the second half.
6-point of the game, 23-22. Rangers by 1. Keck gets the foul. That's his second. 3:02 to go in the third. Rangers lead 23-22. Nally will try to add to it, and he splashes home the free throw. Nally with 5 in the quarter. 24-22 Rangers. Vogel will bring it up against Leonard. Takes it across the timeline, gets a screen from Summersheim, comes off the high side of it, dives in the lane with a floater, and he got it.
Real nice baseline drive by Garrett. Just can't stop that when he's on.
State-ranked high jumper, and he showed it right there. We're tied at 24. Mark Rohr wants some defense as he yells out to his charges. Raiders back defensively. Howard with it on the deep left near the Ranger bench. Looks left, goes right out to Jacob. Back to Howard. Howard drives against Culberson. Tries to take it into the paint. Back out right side. Jacob with it. Dumps it inside. Howard on a dive, and he missed the layup. Rebounded by Sam Summersheim. 24-24. Howard doesn't miss those too often. Nykum down the left side. He'll bring it out to the timeline across the back line to Vogel. We're tied at 24 with 2:07 to go, third quarter, in a Dubois County slugfest tonight here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Vogel looks to penetrate from the deep right wing. Now backs it out. Yo-yo dribbles left in the right hand. Now goes into the lane. Lays it up. Got it in one.
Real nice take by Garrett Vogel.
He's not a guard by trade, but without the two starting guards, he handles the ball and just takes off downhill.
And they're going to give him the lane. They're going to dare him to take it, and he takes advantage of it.
We've seen him just dunk on people just in the half court by just going from the volleyball line into the paint. Now he'll have the and one. Raiders lead 26-24. Free throw in the air, and Garrett Wayne hits the free throw. He's starting to heat up with 7 in the quarter and 10 in the game. Hagedorn, the 6'6 junior, re-enters the fray for David Welp and the Rangers with $1:54 to go here in the third quarter. Drew Howard will jog it across the timeline for the Rangers. Takes it on the right side out deep to Wade Leonard. Nykum checks him in that zone. Into the corner to Howard. Howard tries to go to the elbow, gets cut off, brings it back out to Leonard. Leonard to Simon Jacob near the Ranger bench. Into the corner to Leonard. Leonard skips it opposite to Howard. 3 in the air, deep right side, good. He can knock down threes with the best of them, and we're tied at 27. Mark Rohr's even calling it out. They knew they were going to skip it, but the Raiders are just a tad late. Once again, Vogel, baseline, leaves it inside, ball tipped away by the Rangers. Now the officials look at each other, and the guy right next to the play says it's going to Forest Park. Good call there.
Yeah, it was.
And a good piece of officiating by getting together on it.
Just a little sloppy, little too aggressive on Southridge's part.
Tied at 27, 1:13 to go here in the third. Leonard for the Rangers takes it up the floor. Deep left side to Jacob. Jacob with it way outside the arc in the post to Hagedorn. Raiders knock it away. Culberson has it. Culberson now puts on the brakes, gets it to Nykum. Nykum in the right corner, fumbles around with it. Still looking. Gets it back out to Keck with under a minute to play here in the third, tied at 27. Now Vogel from the timeline, inside, out to Culberson. Top of the point, Keck. Now baseline to Vogel. He wheels inside, cross lane to Summersheim. Out to Culberson. Ball loose on the floor. Culberson gets it back out to Vogel. Scrambling everywhere. Vogel with 33 seconds. Raiders will have the ball to start the fourth quarter, too, if they hold for one, a 2-for-1 opportunity. Now Vogel had the ball go right through his hands as he was looking for Mark Rohr's play call. Raiders then get called for a goaltending, possibly on the other end as the Rangers took it the other way. Man.
If that was going to go against AK, his third, second, no goaltending. I think it would wave the basket off. Drew Howard comes off limping for Forest Park.
Southridge had the ball on the right wing, and Garrett was looking for Coach Rohr, and I mean.
Yeah, just comedy of errors sometimes. Oh, man.
So they're going to give Leonard 2 free throws. Tied at 27. Raiders will get one last crack at it. Hope Drew Howard's all right. He went limping to the bench. He's that point guard the Rangers need out there as Leonard misses the free throw badly. Into the game for Forest Park will be Logan Englert. Next free throw is up and good. So the Rangers lead by 1, 28-27. 18 seconds to go, third quarter. They're going to throw a little box and one or go man-to-man against Vogel here. Nykum with 10 seconds. See if the Raiders get something going to the basket. And they will. Vogel downhill all the way to the basket. Scoops it up, missed it.
Roll, but they're going to
call a foul on Forest Park. David Welp was looking for the charge, and that's one thing they're going to have to try to adapt to defensively once they see Vogel turning that corner, and now he gets the foul, and Vogel will have 2 free throws here with 4.2 seconds to go.
Hope we can knock him down. We can take the lead.
Vogel, free throw. Got it.
Tied at 28.
Vogel with 8 in the quarter, 11 for the game. Isaac Ubelor into the game for Englert. 28-28. Raiders again will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Vogel will have another charity toss. Free throw on the way is up and no good. Nally gets the rebound. Nally ahead to Leonard. Leonard around Culberson. Throws it up at the horn and no good. We are deadlocked at 28-28 after we were tied at 12 at the intermission. So the offense is picked up. We're in for a dandy here late. Raiders and Rangers here on your Dubois County Sports Voice, WBDC Sports. Welcome back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym. We head to the fourth quarter, tied at 28. Southridge will have the ball. Again, it was 10-8 after one. Rangers deadlocked at 12 at the intermission. Now 28-28 as we head to the fourth quarter.
And offense heats up a little bit for both teams in the third quarter. Southridge shoots 7 for 11 from the floor. Forest Park 6 for 12 from the floor.
So the Raiders drop it in. Vogel will take it across the timeline against Isaac Ubelor. They run a trap at Vogel, gets it to Nykum. Nykum with a ball fake, bounce pass back to Vogel. Vogel with it, leads across court to Nykum. 3 in the air, left side, off the rim, no good. Short shot it flat, no arc on it, and it bounced off the rim. And here comes Forest Park with it. Leonard will be at the point with Howard out of the game. Right side to Jacob. And that zone defense, Raiders bounce out on him. Nally to the post against Summersheim, goes up and under and lays it in.
Nice feed, Nally. A nice finish by Nally, rather. 30-28 Forest Park.
7:22 to go here in the ball game. Nykum, cross lane to Vogel. Vogel leaves it off on the wing, right side deep to Summersheim. Left side, Nykum again, doesn't shoot. High post to Keck. Keck with it, into the corner to Culberson. Nykum with the basketball. Keck, free throw line, jumper around the rim and in. That is AK's spot. He hit too late against North Posey at that very spot on the floor down in Poseyville. Tied at 30, 6:55 to go here in the game. Rangers with it offensively. Nally, top of the key, tees up a three, good.
Wide
He's
open.
been the man tonight for the Rangers with 13. And he's probably not at the top of the scouting report, but he has played well tonight. 33-30, Rangers by 3. That was a big one. Summersheim with it, jumps it out to Nykum. Nykum with the ball. He's in a mini trap, spins out of there with the dribble, now terminates that dribble. Ball tipped away. Rangers try to save it right in front of us, and it's back to Southridge. Good news, Howard is back in for Forest Park.
A little bit of a zone look from Forest Park. Southridge maybe having a little trouble adjusting to it. We'll have Fernando Hernandez come in for Southridge for the first time in the game.
Give him a little offense from time to time. Does a nice job in the JV for the Raiders. Again, Raiders down with 2 starting guards, and then add Colson Montgomery. Basically 3 starting guards, and a guy that plays everywhere. Nykum to Vogel. Vogel jumps it out to Fernandez. Now to Nykum. Nykum dribbles out front, goes to Vogel. Vogel back to Nykum. Nykum into the corner to Fernandez. Fernandez bounce pass to Nykum. Raiders down 3. Jump pass to Vogel. A high jumper was the only guy that would have caught that, and he did. And a timeout Southridge. That ball was going out of bounds, but it was going to Garrett, and I said he's going to catch it.
If the high jump, if he's not a state finalist in high jump, he probably doesn't catch that.
33-30, Rangers on top by 3 here. 6:05 to go here in the ball game. We'll step aside. You're listening to high school basketball on your Dubois County Sports Voice, WBDC. Back out at Huntingburg Memorial Gym. Raiders down 33-30 with 5:58 to go in this one. Nykum goes out to Vogel for the Raiders. Vogel with it. Uses a Summersheim screen, goes baseline off of it. Cut off, runs it back into the corner. Nykum 3 in the air left side. This one no good. Rebounded by the Rangers. Southridge can't buy a 3-pointer tonight. Jacob for Forest Park will make it Ubelor. Has it top of the circle. Out to Howard. He fires a 3. It's up. It's good. Drew Howard.
Those are daggers right now if you're Southridge. Down 6, 36-30, 5:24 left in the fourth.
So Raiders down by 6. They let Drew Howard shoot, and now whistling a foul on Leonard on the other end. The 15th foul on the Rangers. 5:16 to go.
It's going to be the second on Leonard. Like Kurt said, team 5th. So Southridge isn't quite in the bonus yet.
Raiders going to need a bucket here, some free throws, while the lead is 6 for Forest Park. Nykum with it out top. Nykum puts it on the floor, leaves it off for Fernandez. Fernandez out front to Summerside, deep left to Keck. Keck outside the arc, throws it in the corner to Vogel. Vogel drives baseline all the way underneath the basket, kicks it out to Fernandez. He does not shoot, terminates his dribble, threw it away. And on the other end, Isaac Ubelor will go in for the dunk. Raiders victimized by another turnover. It's 38-30. Vogel on the other end. Into the corner. Fernandez, three. Missed it badly. Rangers have it. Now here comes Howard. Into high gear. Up the floor to Leonard. Leonard goes up and got it in one. Lead is 10 and it could go up to 11. Just like that.
Yeah, just silly mistakes for Southridge. Garrett Vogel picks up the foul, his third, team third. Leonard at the line shooting and one.
So Leonard will have the and one. It's 40-30. Too many bad passes. Like we always say, better off getting a shot than throwing it. And the bad part about that is those are home runs. They call home runs when you just as soon throw it out of bounds if you're going to turn it over. That way you can set your defense. Call those live balls home runs. Vogel on the other end. He goes to the basket. He got fouled. And again, they won't have an answer if he just gets downhill.
He gets to the basket at will. They're going to call the foul on Isaac Ubelor, his fourth, team sixth. The good news for Southridge, next common foul, they'll be in the bonus.
41-40, Rangers up by 11, so end zone out of bounds for Nycomb. They lob it to Vogel. Vogel with it, top of the point. Vogel with it, right-handed dribble. Goes to the basket, puts it up, got fouled.
So Garrett will be at the line shooting two. It's the seventh team foul on Forest Park, and it's going to be on Wade Leonard, his third. So here's, if you're Southridge, you can hopefully cash in at the line. If the clock doesn't run, knock these down, cut the lead, get back and play some defense.
Vogel here with two, free throw up and left it short. Vogel with 11. Basically their lone offensive threat, he and Sam Summerside. Summerside with a big game with 13. I didn't mean it like that, but Vogel was the guy initiating the offense, and the Rangers were in the lane. Vogel misses the free throw, and Garrett will get another free throw. 4:19 to go, 41-30. Raiders are down here on a big run by Forest Park, tied at 28 after three, but Forest Park took advantage of some Raider turnovers. Vogel misses both of them. And Howard gets the rebound. Howard's hit a couple of big threes here in the second half. Here comes Howard, spins into the lane, into the corner. Jumper on the way by Ebelhair, no good. Rebound on the weak side by Leonard, and he got bumped by Culberson for the fourth Raider team foul.
So it'll be the first on Culberson, team fourth for Southridge. Forest Park will have it in line out of bounds. 4:05 left, Southridge trails 11, 41-30. Wiping up some moisture on the floor in front of the Forest Park bench right now.
So Howard will bring it in. He's waiting for them to clean things up now. The official will hand him the ball. So what kind of offense the Rangers get here. They throw it in, ball knocked away by Keck. Keck leads a fast break. Keck cross lane to Culberson. Back into Keck, off the glass, and he scores.
His eighth point of the night.
Good work by the Raiders on the defense. 41-32, move that ball up the floor. David Welp wants a 30-second timeout. This 30 brought to you by B&A Construction and Design. B&A Construction and Design located on Highway 64 West, right across from the 9th green at Huntingburg Country Club. Stop by and see them at 812-683-4600 as well, their phone number. So this one turned into a full. We'll keep it here. 41-32 Rangers with the ball here.
You know, both teams' offense picks up a little bit in the second half, and the sloppiness picks up as well. Southridge 5 turnovers, Forest Park 5 turnovers as well, but it seems like the Southridge turnovers were just kind of backbreakers as Forest Park extends a lead and goes on a run. Hopefully we can cut down on those and trim this lead here with 3:51 left, down 9 points.
And that's just that's just basketball. You know, things are going. You got a 28-28 game and just a couple of passes, couple of missed shots. And the Rangers able to get that ball up the floor, and they took advantage of a lot of different stuff. We talked about the passes underneath the opponent's goal, which Now that's like the cardinal sin of.
And also sometimes you gotta wonder at this point, is it because Forest Park's fresh? They've rotated a lot of guys in, and we've basically played 6 or 7 guys on the game tonight. So it is what it is, and you gotta make the most of what you got. But hopefully Southridge can trim these mistakes this last 3:51 and cut the lead.
So the Rangers will drop it in. Drew Howard with Nykum going to pressure the ball on the out-of-bounds play. They throw it in the forecourt to Wade Leonard, and he'll drive it across the 10-second line here against Culberson. See if Forest Park plays time and score and spreads the floor a bit. No, Howard's going to wheel down the lane, put it up in a whistle, and he was bailed out by a personal foul. Foul will go against Keck.
It's going to be the fourth on Keck. Drew Howard will be the line to shoot 2 for Forest Park.
He's got 14. It's 41-32. Rangers are on top. Howard, free throw is up, and he gets this one. So Isaac Ubler goes out. Cooper Ebelhair in with 3:40 to go. Free throw is good by Drew Howard.
Back to 11-point lead.
43-32. Nykum with the basketball. Goes ahead to Garrett Vogel. Vogel with it. Right side to Nykum. Nykum to Culberson. Deep left to Keck. Outside the arc, looks into the post to Vogel. Baseline. Guarded by Leonard. Vogel goes down the baseline left side. Puts it up in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Ebelhair, and the Rangers have it. 3:16 to go here in the contest. Howard with it right side, thought about the 3, then backs it out. John is kind of reminiscent of the Jasper game without Montgomery.
It is.
Just, you're hanging in there.
In for 3 quarters and just kind of let the lead slip in the fourth quarter.
And that's where Leonard goes down the lane, ball knocked away by Keck, and there wasn't a reach in. Wow. And it's just one of those deals when the offense is so hard to come by, it wears on you, and you get in that fourth quarter, and every pass is magnified, and if you make a bad one, every rebound, every open 3 that the other team hits, and you just, you run into the wall, especially when offense is just so tough to come by.
Credit the first 3 quarters that Southridge played. Like I said, hopefully we can trim this lead and come back.
Howard gets it into Ebelhair, and he was bumped
That's
outside
going to be 5 on AK.
And now it's bonus time for the Rangers as well. Keck with an 8-point performance. Again, he's played well offensively as Wibbler will come into the game. It's one thing about not having your guys and the other guy. You learn to be a little bit uncomfortable with and try new things and stretch your limits as a player, and trying to do things you normally don't do, and that can only help you in the long run as Forest Park misses the free throw.
Yeah, hopefully in tournament time is where it pays off.
Vogel all the way to basket. He got fouled going to the hoop. He'll shoot 1 in the bonus, if not 2.
Going to get Cooper Ubler, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be his 2nd. Team 8th. Garrett's going to be at the line. I think shooting 2. They haven't given a signal yet.
And the Rangers 10-5 coming in. Raiders 8-9.
Garrett's gas. He's got his hands on his knees, getting ready to shoot these free throws. He's done a lot tonight.
And not only the injuries this week, Southridge, like a lot of these schools, and you're in the building, there's some sickness going around there.
There's a little flu bug going around.
As Vogel hits the free throw, and Southridge last Saturday was at North Posey playing basketball, and they canceled school.
Yeah, half their team was sick.
Thursday
so
and Friday.
There's a little carryover.
But, yeah, it's something you got to be aware of as you head into these games. He misses the free throw. Sermersheim, though, with the putback and scores.
Credit Sam with his hustle.
He's got 15. It's 43-35 with 2:43 to go. I'm sure this will turn into a free throw shooting contest for Forest Park. Isaac
Need to stop here for Southridge.
On the right side, goes out to Leonard. Leonard with the basketball above his head. Goes out deep. They throw it into the post now. Jacob wheels inside right baseline, puts it up. No, ball tipped up and in. Is it Nally maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Nally. Sam was right there, just couldn't come down with the rebound.
Nally gets a bucket. Vogel straight line drive the basket, lays it up and in again. They have no answer for him, and he's playing against a stacked defense.
Yeah.
We've got a timeout on the floor, 45-37. Raiders trail Forest Park, 2:14 to go on the Judd Collett FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard. We'll take a timeout, and we'll have more on your Dubois County Sports Voice, WBDC. Schneider back here at Huntingburg Memorial Gym, 45-37. Some question on who they gave that tip into. There was hands all around the rim and then give it to Simon Jacob at the end of that play. 45-37, Raiders trail Forest Park. Again, this is a possible sectional matchup later on, right here on the same floor.
I believe Southridge just called their last timeout too, so 2:13 left. Southridge is out of timeouts.
So Drew Howard will bring it across the 10-second line. Howard with the basketball, leaves it off for Isaac Ubelor. Baseline to Nally. He fumbles it, nearly lost it out of bounds. Out to Nally, who's had a big game. Inside to a cutting Jacob, puts it up in the paint and scores. Simon Jacob gets his ninth, and it's 47-37. Vogel all the way to the basket. Once again, lays it up off the front of the rim, missed it short. Got his own reload, got it in one. Like I said, you give Vogel some shooters or some teammates out there that can score a little bit, other than Sam Sermersheim. That's good Garrett right there.
It is.
47-39. He's a quick guy. He's normally an inside type of player, but with the lack of guards, he's going to have to handle the ball in these games, and he's done a great job.
And Southridge trims the lead to 7, 47-40, minute 44 left.
Howard with the basketball, has it out front for the Rangers. Point wing right deep to Ubelor. Now Leonard, ball knocked away. Raiders pick it up, down 7. Sermersheim gets it ahead to Vogel. No mystery what's going to happen here. Vogel into the corner. Wibbler fires a 3 right side. Good! Wibbler dials long distance. Wibbler.
4-point game, a minute 19 left, 47-43.
And now David Welp wants a timeout, 47-43. It is a full timeout, 1:16 to go on the Judd Khaled FC Tucker MG Realtor scoreboard. Will step aside, and we'll have more after this. Back to Huntingburg Memorial Gym, little closer here, 47-43 with 1:16 to go. Again, the Raiders have put Forest Park in the bonus, so it'll be one in the bonus, just 17 fouls. So Forest Park will bring it in, sideline out of bounds. Rangers get it into the forecourt. Howard has to chase it down against Nykum. 47-43 our score. Jacob Ubelor. Right side to Leonard. Leonard looks into the post for Jacob. Ball knocked away. The Raiders got it. Here comes Garrett Vogel. He goes in from the right side and lays it in. Garrett Vogel gets the
game
steal,
now.
And it's 47-45. Jacob up the floor for Forest Park. Hands it back to Drew Howard. Again, Raiders would love to get that steal again. Rangers trying to take care of the basketball. Howard into the corner to Jacob. Jacob looks to work off a screen, now brings it out on the high right wing. Jacob, big jump stop in the lane, puts it up. No good. Rebound, Nally. Raiders trying to wall up. Shot on the way by Nally, no good. Rebound inside Rangers. Ball volleyballed around. Picked out of there, put up, no good. Tipped up again, no good. On a volleyball, ball loose on the floor. Picked out of there by Southridge, and they get the timeout. Rangers, I don't know if David Welp would have wanted that shot when they took it, but then the ball was tipped around the goal forever. Yeah, now the officials going to get together. What's this all about? We were blocked here.
Yeah, we were blocked. Jacob shot one, I know. Leonard shot one, I know. Just a rapid fire of shots went up, and I couldn't get them all at the same time.
Did the Raiders get the timeout, or was there a foul first? Foul on Forest Park, and the Raiders will go to the line.
Isaac Ubelor, and that's 5 on Isaac.
So at the line, Caden Nykum to try to tie this game up. It was just 11 points with 2 and change.
2:15, about 11-point lead by Forest Park. Isaac Ubelor gets his 5th foul. He fouls out. Caden Nykum at the line, shooting 2 for Southridge, trying to tie the game up.
Again, Blake Hagedorn will come into the game. Man, this is what you expect.
County rivalry.
Forest Park, well coached.
Fireworks and everything.
Southridge, well coached. They're just trying to get their guys to play. So Hagedorn into the game, and Nykum trying to hit 2 here. Free throw is up. Good. Nykum trying to tie this one up here. Nykum, first point of the game. Well, like I said, I didn't know if Forest Park would take a shot.
You never know on that.
They got to dive into the lane. Nykum to try to tie it up. Free throw, no good. Rebound tipped around. Vogel pulled it out of there. Loose in the corner. Raiders down 1, 47-46. Mark Rohr wants a timeout with 16 seconds to go. Here we go. Nyka missed it, but the ball again, we've seen so many balls. I use the term volleyballed around, but the ball was just tipped around.
And credit who else? Garrett Vogel for the hustle, grabs the rebound. Southridge calls a timeout, 16.3 seconds, so drawing something up. You can imagine it's going to be for Garrett Wayne on this one.
Well, it's like, what do? Do you get the first available? Do you go to the basket? Do you hold for one?
I don't know. I'm a first available guy, at home with limited offense. First available, and then hope
I agree
crash
there.
the boards and hope for the tip if you're Southridge. You just need a basket being down one. With
the operative phrase
seconds.
that you mentioned was limited offense.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Vogel. He's going to draw a lot of attention. That's where Sam Sermersheim has been his best.
And, the unfortunate thing is AK fouled out. He would have been a nice guy to crash the boards as well.
So Keck out for Southridge. Hubler out for Forest Park. 47-46. Raiders were down 11 with about 2:15 to go. Sideline out of bounds. Vogel will have it. Again, the next foul will be 2 shots again. Vogel will look to get it in, and he threw it away. And Forest Park has it. Rangers have it, and quickly Leonard is fouled.
Oh, Garrett.
He's looking in the post and threw it right behind Sermersheim.
Yeah.
Now we've got a whistle.
Miscommunication.
What's this deal?
Timeout.
Oh, it was a timeout before
I thought
the
they
foul?
called a foul.
So was there a foul?
Apparently not. Looks like they called a timeout.
I think that's what Dave Oelt was kind of mad at. He was going to get fouled. 47-46.
They never called the foul. He called the timeout instead.
They tried to foul him, and Southridge, they
some kind of miscommunication on the inbound. I think somebody was supposed to cut and didn't see it or hear it.
Keeping it here, 47-46, and again, I always say if you're going to throw the ball in bounds, get something going to the basket if you throw it away. But that time, I think Sermersheim was coming out maybe to the elbow or, a dive to the basket or something. But Leonard got the ball for Forest Park, and they quickly called the timeout once the Raiders trapped him or tried to foul him.
So, and I think my calculation is correct now. Both teams are out of timeouts. I missed the Southridge 30 that they had. I didn't see that, but Forest Park is also out of timeouts as well. So 10.9 seconds left. We got a good one.
47-46. Rangers bringing in three-quarter court. Raiders with 17 fouls. They throw it in to Nally. Nally up the side with 7 seconds. They get it ahead, and they get it to Leonard. Ball knocked away.
Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Sermersheim.
Raiders waited too long to foul. My goodness.
Had the steal, but the foul came first. Jeez.
They had Nally going up the floor. Now 1 in the bonus with 3.6 seconds to go. This will be tough here. 47-46 Rangers.
Wade Leonard is 2 for 3 from the line tonight for Forest Park.
It'll be just 1 in the bonus. Vogel and Sermersheim underneath the basket. Here's the free throw, good. 48-46. Big free throws here by Leonard. Next free throw. He's going to try to miss it. Rebounded by Forest Park, and they have it. Ball knocked out of bounds. And the Raiders will get it with 2.5 seconds to go, albeit out of bounds three-quarter court. If this was the NBA or women's college basketball, you get it in half court.
Yeah, so what's...
But you know what? It's not. So it's 48-46. Culberson will have to throw it in. Culberson looks around, gets it to Nykum. Nykum with it. 3 from the left wing, no good, and that's it. 48-46, Forest Park wins it in what turned out to be a heck of a game late.
It was, yeah. Fireworks late. Kids came back and played hard. Credit to Southridge. Southridge resolve. They wouldn't quit.
So Raiders drop it here to Forest Park, 48-46. The Rangers go to 11-5. The Raiders drop to 8-10. That will wrap up our coverage on 18 WJTS. For Peter Marshall with our video, and John Schneider, I'm Kurt Gooksell saying Good afternoon on WJTS Television